Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another rousing game of The Sept of the Howling Winds, Werewolf the Apocalypse 20th Anniversary Edition. Today, we have two characters meeting in the middle of the woods, 2 miles to the north of the Sept. Considering how clandestine the meeting is, it doesn't seem to be starting that way, with Jong Lee sitting on the hood of his Jeep, lights on, pointing forward as he waits for Veronica to make her appearance.
Which in a few moments she does. She's in Hobbit form.
Jong Lee nods and then goes over and turns the car off.
You called.
Technically, I texted.
You did. I don't get much of these from you unless it's serious.
Well, you are busy doing other things now, Raya.
I am. I've been very busy.
And I assume that you have involved yourself in the way that other members of the Sept are. Well, you're taking a less obvious approach to this brewing war.
She chuckles. It's always good to find information in a way that people overlook.
True.
And if it's obvious, they can counter it. There's certain obvious approaches I don't mind because it distracts them. There's certain, if they're distracted, it means they don't pay attention to the other things going on.
True. So, in my own recon, I was able to locate a high priority target.
Oh,
I think I've been able to trace it back to the source where all this began.
you have her full undivided attention.
A ranking guru within the Silverfang's House Gleaming Eye,
Outer game, that makes sense.
and a strong member of the opposing sept.
I know of one of them, Golden Claw.
Who is intimately tied to this. And she has a personal stake in this.
I have heard that.
I can confirm that.
Oh,
I'd share the secret, but I'd rather get absolute incontrovertible proof that others would find as compelling as the evidence I found.
she smiles. That would always be a good idea. I'm looking to find a way to destabilize him myself.
Well, we won't need to destabilize him if we could end this entire thing by bringing the culprit here red-handed, couldn't we?
That is true.
I was hoping that you might have some Shadow Lord variety assets operating within the area around the Sept.
I have been. I'm getting some on my side. One of them was a pack that was tempted to work with her, and I changed their mind along with Adelheid. Another one is an opposing sept, is a sept that my family's affiliated with.
Excellent. And you might be able to get me an accurate timetable of her daily, weekly routine,
Oh, absolutely.
where she lives, her rank, her auspice?
I am getting that information. Out of game, she's been using certain abilities and resources where she's found names of her targets and various other things. Johnny has to write that out.
Well, if you can get me all that information, I've been authorized and I have access to a set of individuals who will allow us to infiltrate the area, gather some physical evidence, come back, present my findings, and perhaps we can get authorization to, or at least, if not authorization, then organize a mission, an ad hoc pack to retrieve the asset.
Oh, that does sound interesting. I would like to be a part of this.
Excellent. Strikes when lightning, where I believe, again, I'm not withholding this information because I don't trust you. It's because I don't necessarily trust the sources yet. After all, I only have two sources of information on this, and I need a third. Hence why I'm going to wait till I come back with the physical evidence, and then I can present that to you.
Okay.
This way, neither of us are presenting information that is potentially misleading.
I agree.
And even better, it means when I present the information to you, well, I believe an Adrin of the nation making the argument looks better than a Cleof.
It does. And it also allows you to keep doing what you do best.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You being able to infiltrate and do reconnaissance. You being clear means that they could overlook this at the moment.
Well, there's fortunately nothing to overlook. I have some good news on that. Gathering the information physically actually falls within the purview of what I was authorized to do.
Oh.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. People in the middle of distress tend to make rash decisions.
They really do.
And when what I offer is unreasonable and they add a stipulation to it, they might not look too closely at which part was actually the unreasonable one. So during the thoroughs of pain, member Emil Raya said that I was authorized to do whatever I needed to do for destabilizing their infrastructure, their resources, and their logistics, as long as I take no offensive action resulting in the death of Guru at their sept.
She nods in approval.
So, we perform the recon mission. You and I share the intelligence. Then, at which point in time, if we can find enough like minded individuals and convince them that we are making the right decision,
Mm-hmm.
we can bring back undead, not dead, I should say, our mark. And after all, we didn't take a single offensive action against the sept. We captured her off of the sept. And it doesn't count as killing another Guru if she comes back alive.
So you want to do a capture?
Eventually. First, I want to make sure that the intelligence I've been given is good.
All right.
If, of course, it turns out not to be good, then I will report that as well, and then we'll know a different reason why the problem has been occurring.
All right. Just curious, who is the source that you've been getting this from?
Well, I've gathered it from two sources so far. Source one has been what I was able to learn on my own. Source two is my current pack member, Justin.
Okay.
Normally, I would trust that outright. However, he is a black spiral dancer.
Yeah, that is a problem. I can see where that's troubling.
So my goal is to go in and confirm the information with my own two eyes. With some assistance, of course.
I have no
Yours
issue.
and Corey's.
Corey would be very good with this.
Exceedingly. I have another question, though.
She nods,
This one's more of a personal matter.
cocks her head.
I hear you might know a lot about the Judges of Doom.
My father is a Judge of Doom.
Yes? Yes, he
Is
is.
Isidore on the sept is a Judge of Doom.
Yes. Yes, she is.
They're very good with they would be very instrumental in this with exposing that and getting information.
I would agree. Except I can't talk to either of them.
I could take care of that for you.
Consider it a secret exchange because you share that information with me and give me a rough idea of what I am dealing with. And I will share a secret with you. But I don't expect you to do anything for free up front. It would be dishonorable and unwise of me to assume that with someone of your stature and your tribe.
Out of game, I love that you're playing quick pro quo with her.
So, as my upfront part of the payment, the first thing you get to learn is the secret of what my fostering challenge is.
All right.
I have to convince someone, we'll say an elder, to step forward and take the opportunity to challenge our current truth catcher for her position as truth catcher.
That is a very interesting challenge.
It is. More importantly, I can't let our current truth catcher walk away with hard feelings that I was involved in this.
That's understood.
So, as I know very little about the Judges of Doom, and I understand that's an important secret, having that secret gives me leverage.
It does give you leverage.
And so, you have half of my secret. The other half is going to involve a little bit of incriminating information for me.
Ooh.
Do we have a deal? Strikes with lightning, Raya.
All right, we have a deal. Out of game, she wants to take down Golden Claw, so she's okay with quick procos.
Excellent. So, now that we have a deal struck and a negotiation made, I will be eagerly awaiting what you can provide.
So, one of the things that I found out with exactly what happened to Sullivan, it was supposed to be a negotiation. They were never intended to negotiate with. They invited him in the room. They closed the doors on him and locked him, inducing pause of the newborn cub. Sullivan Black's pack member managed to get the door open and told him to run.
So you know how it happened,
Yes.
but we don't know why yet.
Yeah, and it's literally like at the time, it's just looking into that.
Well, again, if you can give me the routine and schedules, I can actually get you that.
Okay. Even though you and I are sharing secrets, like to add something else. This has been bothering Sullivan. I'd like it where he's not bothered, like talked about too much with this, because his pack members got. She's not asking this as a quick pro quo. She's asking this more as a respect thing.
So what is it you need from me?
Out of game, she's asking, don't talk about this too much with Sullivan. Like, if you need information from him, let her do it. Because out of game, he's gotten a derangement after this. She doesn't reveal the derangement part. He got PTSD.
There's a reason why I came to you.
I appreciate that. I'll make sure whatever information I get, I will keep in touch. You and I will do the same thing. I also suggest that we meet in different locations when giving information.
Oh, I fully agree. The city has become a little too hot. But the Sept is also not a good place to be discussing things this sensitive.
I agree. The other, unless you want to meet here, or I have no issue inviting you at my place.
Oh, nothing to worry about. I plan on finding locations and sending you geo coordinates.
She nods.
Perfect. Is there anything else you'll need from me?
Not that I can think of at the moment.
He nods his head.
She nods as well.
Then good luck.
Thank
I
you.
have a long drive back to the road, he says, getting into the Jeep and turning it on.
And I believe we can end our scene there.
Okay. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching, and have a good day.